Hey guys, this is Professor Street Money, and we're going to continue our poetry unit today. We are going to be writing a poem called A Sentence Acrostic. Now, some of you might be familiar with acrostics. There are two of them in the window to the left of my door, written by Student Council in a place of honor because I really appreciate them. They are not exactly sentence acrostics, though. They're a little bit different. Perhaps you've written some of these in the past. So if you have, make sure to pay attention to this criteria because it might possibly be a little different. First thing I want to talk about, since we are doing our first poem, is I will refer to how you're doing the poem as either hamburger style, which means vertical, or hot dog style, which means horizontal, because it's long and skinny like the hot dog laying in the bun. The hamburger stands up tall. So hamburger, vertical, hot dog is horizontal. So our poem today is going to be hamburger style. What you're going to do is you're going to think about a teacher or a coach, somebody you appreciate, something you want to point out about them, something you want to share about either the teacher, coach, or their class. Let's look at a couple examples. So first of all, your teacher next year is going to be Miss Ford. You would put the teacher's name or the coach's name vertically down the paper. You want to make it a little bit larger. This is handwritten, but I would do this on Word, and then you're going to be submitting it. Okay? So you put the teacher's name vertically, and the name should pop. What you're going to do is you're going to think about one complete sentence. Where kids mess up on this, guys, is sometimes they have an incomplete sentence or a couple sentences crammed together. You want it to be one complete sentence. So let's look at this example that a student wrote last year. We all love an awesome, really great, dedicated teacher. So you see how we have the teacher's name vertically, and we have the complete sentence horizontally. This one is done in separate colors. It's obviously handwritten, but if you have, if you would like to do this in color, if you don't want to do it in color on Word, just make sure this end letter, it pops out somehow. You want it to be larger for sure. Colors can help differentiate because we should be able to see both the name and the sentence. Okay? Let's look at another example. This one is about Mr. Shore, the Spanish teacher. Okay? So see how his name is written vertically, larger letters, and let's read the complete sentence. Spanish in his class obviously includes reading, writing, and even singing because they sing songs in Spanish. Music helps to reinforce language. So again, teacher or coach's name vertically. Notice how the letters are larger. Then we have our sentence going horizontally. And again, it's one complete sentence, not a fragment and not multiple sentences. Now what you're going to do again, guys, is you're going to make one of these. You're going to submit on Moodle a copy of this, and then on Flipgrid. And don't blow off this part. This is taking the place of us presenting them in class, because if we were in our traditional classroom, you would stand up, you would show your work, and you'd read it to the class. So on Flipgrid, what you're simply going to do is say, my poem is about Mr. Shore, and then you'll read it. Spanish in his class obviously includes reading, writing, and even singing. Okay? So those two parts, submit one on Moodle, read one on Flipgrid, and then you're going to be good to go. Look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. As always, if you have any questions, make sure to email, and we'll move on to another poem next week. As always, if you have any questions, make sure to email me. And you know what? Guess what? You are blessed to be a blessing. Till next time, guys.